patch 1.07 is released, and it apparently completely flipped over the whole balance in the game. They introduced the PvP focused scaling that is exclusive for the PvP encounters and has nothing to do with the PvE at all. They have brought absurd amount of specific changes that are focused around balancing things. For example, they have removed essentially the crouch poke from the game, apparently. In the meaning that you still have the move, but some like tough changes happen to that one. So we are going to see how it is. And yeah, let's go over the patch notes, I guess. Aizen, can you give me that honor and start reading from the very beginning?
Yeah, news and patch notes. Elden Ring patch notes 1.07. Okay, this news update brings balance adjustments of gameplay and etc, 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 etc. Okay, so let's go to the first part of it, which is additional features. Added separate damage scaling for PvP. This feature allows separate damage scaling for weapons, skills, spells, and incantations when playing against other players. In the future, this feature may be used to balance weapons, art spells, and incantations in invading or PvP mode. Balance adjustments made within this feature will not impact single play and cooperative play.
This is Jesus Christ. Like every time these bitches from software like drop something, like ever since patch 1.06, it is fucking huge. Like,
Yeah.
they are so ambitious. Let's go further. PvP exclusive balance adjustments. What we have here?
Increased stamina attack power in PvP for all attacks against guarded foes, except for long-ranged weapons. I mean, that is huge. So basically a shield nerf.
Mhm.
Improved poise damage in PvP for every weapon's normal attack, except for skills and long-ranged weapons. This is also absolutely huge. Well, it depends on how much they adjusted it, but with a few exceptions, the power of Ashes of War in PvP has been lowered across the board, and the power of the following incantations in PvP has been decreased, and it's just a whole bunch of Dragon Breath incantations.
Yo, this is actually fantastic. Like, they know what they are doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is amazing.
This is everything that we've asked for. So basically, more
like-
stamina damage against shields, more poise damage for all attacks, so you can't. So passive poise becomes less of a thing. Damage decrease of power of Ashes of War across the board, and also Dragon Breath nerfs. I mean, this like just if it was just this alone, this would already be a good patch. But this is 5% in.
Wait. I gotta have to like inform you about one more thing. Like, I have that GitHub changelog when it comes to the parameters that change in the game, and on top of everything that you have said, they, for example, decreased the fingerprint shield, guard boost, and affinity across the board. Everything is nerfed. They have apparently fixed the Knight Rider lance and stuff like that, so it doesn't work like Lucerans anymore. And like, the list of changes is insane. Every single armor in the game has like changed resistances and also increased poise. Wow. I am like, continue. Let's go. General balance adjustments. Let's go with that one.
Okay, so what do we have here? Increased poise damage when using two-handed normal attacks. Also, absolutely huge. I wanted this so badly. Increase the speed of some colossal sword attacks. The speed and hit detection of colossal sword crouching and rolling attacks have been increased. This is my god.
This is actually so cool. It's going to completely change the meta.
Patch.
Assuming that like it is actually huge enough.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, if it's more than one frame, or even if it's just one frame, that would already be pretty good.
Yeah.
Increased the speed of some colossal weapon attacks. Cool. Decreased recovery time for colossal sword and colossal swords and colossal weapons, except for jump attacks, dual wielding attacks, And attacks while riding.
Okay, this is fucking... Imagine if actually colossal swords are still going to be meta, just with the regular swings now.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they were kind of too slow. I think this is so good, man. We're a couple of lines in, and this
I
is
mean, like,
already
we're
one of
gonna
the
see
best
once we're
patches.
gonna get into the game, because right now,
Yeah.
you know, we are praising, but then it's gonna turn out like there is almost no difference in anything. It doesn't look like. People are already reporting that
the
huge.
previous patches have always been noticeable. Like, you were
Yeah.
always able to tell, oh, this attack is actually faster and this attack is actually slower. You know.
Alright, we're gonna see soon enough. Like, let's see what's...
Increased poise damage of hammers, great hammers, and some colossal weapons.
Especially the hammers increase PogChamp. That's great.
Yeah, that's good. Increased guards penetration for the following weapons. And then it's like Sickle Nox Flowing Sword, Chattel, Eclipse Chattel, Vulgar Militia Chattel, Scythe, Grave Scythe,
Okay,
Fatal
this is
Scythe, Winged Scythe.
so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe like legitimately. So essentially, you know, a lot of, especially the casual audience that just like do PvP from time to time, like thinks, for example, that Great Scythe is a good counter to the Fingerprint shield or so, or whatever. No, it never was like really good. Maybe with this change, it's finally you are going to win the trades against someone that would be shield poking at you.
Yeah, before it was something like 40% penetration. Now, if they raised it to 60 or 75%, it would be pretty viable of a counter.
Yeah, we're gonna check this out.
So
Okay.
Chad asked if the Serpent Hunter poke is untouched. I guess maybe we'll find something about it in these patch notes, but
to be honest, like, this weapon is so bugged, I'm not sure if you can expect any changes. They probably are scared of touching that one. Let's go further.
With some exception, poise of all armor
you
has
missed
been
the
increased.
poise rating of the poise rating of some attacks has been increased for the following weapons.
Oh, yeah, great swords, colossal swords, curved great swords, great axes, great hammers, great spears, and halberds.
So they literally deal more poise damage. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess
it's interesting. I don't think that halberds really needed that much more poise damage, but if great spears are now like a guaranteed poise break, always, I think that would put great spears into a very good spot, like one-handed and two-handed. If you can't poise those, then yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yeah, also, I mean, great swords and great axes, there's really no reason
I mean,
why you would
remember
ever be
that
able to
those are
poise
like changes for both PvP and PvE, so maybe like some of these are made with PvE in mind, yeah? And maybe like they are not even like, these changes didn't even happen in PvP because previously they introduced, they informed us that they introduced the PvP exclusive balance adjustments, yeah? So because of that, yeah, maybe these changes are not even in PvP. But that being said, with some exceptions, poise of all armor has been increased, as you read already. The effect of the Great Shield Talisman and Hammer Talisman have been increased. Oh man. Like...
Well, I mean, it's like if they're going to now like make it balance it out so that the stamina damage is increased, but with Great Shield it doesn't matter anymore. It's gonna be funny.
But like,
see.
Great Shield got increased as well. So the question is like, you know, how much powerful the Great Shield Talisman is right now. Because yeah, like, to be honest, it probably would be nice if it wouldn't be increased and only the Hammer Talisman will be increased. But yeah, like, we are going to see. Maybe those are like different values, and Hammer Talisman like is way stronger than Great Shield Talisman, for example, or something like that.
Yeah, could be. Some effects of the Scholar's Shield, the Barricade Shield skill, and the Shield Grease item have been adjusted as follows. The effects on shields with low guard boost have been adjusted upwards, and the effects on shield with high guard boost have been adjusted downward.
They are just flexing at this point. What the fuck is this balancing scheme? Why they are fucking so good, at least on paper?
Yeah.
They might like...
FromSoft actually based.
Holy shit. Okay, let's go further.
The guard strength of the Fingerprint Stone Shield has been decreased.
Holy
insane.
Fuck. It actually
insane. No way. They actually listen.
Oh my
This
god,
is-
look, the next one.
Decrease the status buildup done by dual wielded weapons.
Man!
No way.
Oh my,
What?
no, like, man, From Software, the best company. Like, whoever is currently sitting on the balance team, man,
Yeah.
they are goated. Okay, let's
Chat
go.
says maybe they asked the Dark Souls 2 team for advice.
There is chance.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, the
Yeah.
balance adjustments for magic and incantations.
Oh, this is a long list.
This is a
Glintstone
long
Pebble
list,
and
but
Shard Spiral, increased
Let's
attack
wait,
power.
wait a second. Maybe we're supposed to like just try to only pick particular ones because most of them are probably not worth really looking at. Yeah, so we can like look what you think because like
Okay, I think we can look at the ones that are currently relevant in the
Yeah.
meta.
Okay.
That you would play in the first place instead of just like PvE wacky stuff.
yeah, exactly. So Glintstone Pebble like is the first one, and this is for sure
No.
something that we want to look at. Increased attack power. Very
No.
good because scaling is fucked on Glintstone Pebble right now. Like for example, the difference between like 0 intelligence and max intelligence is like 50 more damage or something like that. And like Glintstone Pebble actually hit it off the meta like immediately after the patch 1.06. It's fun.
Yeah,
thing to
it
use, but
wasn't.
it's
It wasn't that good.
Yeah, like lightning spear, like flame sling. Not sure if
Lightning Spear is already being played
Yeah.
as a punish for people buffing. So
Wait,
it
you
is
can-
already played, and if they made that stronger, that's
only on
actually
charged.
significant.
but only uncharged.
Yeah, when charged, okay, then it's not actually relevant.
Okay, stamina attack power against guarded enemies. Okay, with the rejection, Wrath of Gold, it's fine. Just gonna guard break easier.
Yeah.
Assassins approach forever, extended time. Poison mist.
What is
incre-
Glintstone Ice Crag? I've never even heard of that.
That's apparently those are like things that you're living on the ground. The mists. Like the one is the magic, the other one is they making the build up, and third one I have no idea.
Okay, they decrease the FP consumption for a whole bunch of things, and I'm seeing they actually decrease the consumption of Unendurable Frenzy.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's kind of important.
that might be
And-
important.
Okay, then Glintstone Stars, etc. Okay, Bloodboon is being used. Decreased FP consumption and increased attack power. Then like all the aspects of the Crucible, Comet Shard, Cannon. Yeah, just less FP consumption, more attack power. It seems to be the pattern here. Make it stronger, make it consume less FP.
Yeah, and like the magic getting strengthened all across the board apparently in this
Yeah,
other way, which is fair in some cases. So like that's good overall, I guess. Stairs of Ruin got buffed.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Reduced FP and stamina consumption and increased power when charged.
When charged. Ooh.
Well, as long as they don't change the tracking from what it is
yeah.
right now, it's not.
I mean, that's very
too
good because Stars
strong.
of Ruin, even in PvE, was like dog shit currently. In the PvP, it got killed because of tracking changes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I guess that's fair. Founding Reign of Stars. I have no idea what is that.
I don't know. Wait, is that the one where you like put in AoE and then it just keeps raining down small projectiles on you or something?
Let me actually see. No, it is just the projectiles like fly off the air, and that's it. Like
Okay, whatever.
the straight down out of like cloud kind of thingy. Okay, Carrion Piercer. Wait,
reduced
this is
FP
Piercer, not
consumption.
Slicer. My bad. I for a
Yeah.
second. Okay.
No, but Piercer is still useful. Like,
Shortened
you know.
recovery time. This is big because the recovery actually was so fucking huge. Like Carrion Piercer was barely usable, to be honest. So that's good. I'm glad to see it.
What is Gilmir's Fury? This is I'm not. What?
Let me see.
Never heard of this one.
I think like you're swinging the fucking sword, kind of. No. My bad. So it is essentially AoE magma throw, something like that. So like not really usable in PvP. Zamor Ice Storm, increase attack power and frost buildup, increase casting speed and shortened recovery time. So I have seen people trying to use that one as a zoning tool, which was moderately effective. So right now it might get better. Let's go further. Explosive Ghost, Tibia Summons. That one is gonna be a meme anyway. Burn O Flame. Reduced FP consumption shortened the time it takes for a flame pillar to be generated. Okay, so overall buff is just like a faster to charge it up apparently, and reduced FP consumption, nice. Beast Claw, no. Inescapable Frenzy, shortened recovery time, increased grapple range. Oh, the grab meta incoming.
Wait, which one are you looking at?
Inescapable Frenzy. Reduced FP and stamina consumption, shortened recovery time, increased grapple range.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
That might actually make it viable in some invasions.
Okay, let's go. Upwards and... okay, so I guess this is all when it comes to the magic, yeah? Upwards and...
Yeah, that must be it. So, okay, so upwards and downwards adjustments. So black blades, reduced stamina consumption, improved turning performance. It's sword and wave attack have been changed so that they hit at the same time. Attack power and stamina attack power have been decreased number of times the wave part hits large enemies. Okay, well, this is pretty sophisticated. I can't
like black flame.
I would have to see it to know how this actually changes it.
Yeah,
but Bestial Sling, they changed Bestial Sling. This one is big. Reduced the stone fragment scatter randomness. Okay. Increased stamina attack power against guarding enemies. Yeah, that's a pretty big one because previously you could just hold any shield, even light shield, and it would just do nothing. Reduced between 2 hits and reduced between 2 hits? Okay, weird one. And adjusted the detection so that 2 hits are always made at close range. I can't really make grammatical sense.
Yeah, okay, but like ultimately, previously it was that like you know when because of the random spread when it comes to the Weiho, the stones were like appearing, spawning, and so on. I just assume that like on the close range you're always going to hit with 2 bolts instead of 1.
Yeah,
and decreased
they just made it more consistent and less random. Okay, so I see, but they decreased the poise damage. This is actually huge. This is absolutely insane.
Nice,
because if it no longer breaks poise, then that is the most significant nerf to it. It's like huge nerf.
Downward adjustments. They just straight up fucking miming on the dragon breaths. Reduced Scarlet Rot status effect buildup. Nice, good. Very, very nice. All right, balance adjustments of skills, which are Ashes of War, essentially.
Okay, Glintstone Pebble, Surge of Faith, Goldbreaker.
Oh wait, I just realized
Beast Claw,
the previous
Nebula and Sacred Phalanx, increased attack power.
I just realized the previous Glintstone Pebble that we have been reading was for the spells.
Yeah.
And
that was a spell.
Okay.
Didn't occur to me either.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Swordens, Vow of Indomitable. Oh, reduce the delay between end of various actions. That means maybe you can actually spam the vow right now to be fucking immune. Yeah. You're gonna have to actually like look it up.
Like if you get delay between ends of various actions and being able to perform the skill. Okay, so that means recovery into another Ash of War. If they reduced it so much that you can be like in permanent iframes minus like 2 or 3 recovery, that'll be hilarious with Vow of the Indomitable.
It's gonna be hilarious, and on top of that, it's actually gonna be legitimate counter to the Dragon Breaths.
Well, I mean, the Dragon Breath skill's countered by the patch notes.
Yeah, we're gonna see how
Possibly.
heavily though, yeah? Okay, so Sacred Order extended time, so like, yeah. Barricade Shield extended the effect time. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, but they also said, yeah, they said above that they also nerfed the effect of Barricade Shield for heavy shields, so
Yeah.
it might
Okay.
balance itself out.
Prayerful...
But you know, I like it when all of the buffs last a little bit longer because otherwise it just makes them tedious in PvP. It's overall good.
Okay, the Prayerful Strike. Oh, Great Serpent Hunt. Increase power and poise.
Wait, Great Serpent Hunt needed a poise damage buff? What?
Okay, I need to make a new
but this
video.
is actually good because Great Serpent Hunter was sad, right? It has a motion value which is, I think, less than Unsheath, and if they made it so that it just basically one shots everything, that would be so funny. That would make for a good video.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a good content. All right, Wild Strike and Spinning Strikes shorter the time between various actions, so you can spam them more, slightly increase attack power. Wait, Spinning Strikes? Wait, Spinning... It's not Slash. Strike is something else.
Spinning Strikes is the one where you do the helicopter spin, like, you know, split leaf.
Okay, the useless one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the
that's...
useless one. That's what he known as.
Okay. Ground Slam, Golden Slam, reduce the time between using the skill and being able to roll. Nice. So, like, Ground Slam, I literally had it as a potential counter in the tournaments against people that were using, like, the Frenzy spells, for example. So, right now, it's gonna be even more effective. Cool. So, Stamp for the both upwards and sweep, that's actually quite important because those were already quite decent tools here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, they were fantastic for just hyper armoring through certain ashes. I've theorized that maybe you can counter Storm Stomp by like entering the stomp stance right as somebody stomps, and then maybe it's fast enough to punish them before they roll out. I don't know, but maybe it is fast enough now.
Okay. All right. So essentially, what? They reduce the delay between the end of various actions. So, like, overall increase of the recovery, yeah? More damage, actually. Yeah. Reduce the timing between the end of the skill and the performing actions other than the strong attack. Huh. Okay. So you can, like, do the mix-ups.
Pretty based.
Yeah, that's... Holy shit. Impaling Thrust... sorry. Impaling Thrust and Piercing Fang got the buffs.
Yeah, increased motion speed and attack power, reduce the delay between the end of various actions, etc., etc. Reduce the timing between the end of the skill and being able to attack and draw. That's interesting. Now, Impaling Thrust, it was all but useless before. It had this property where if you do a running attack with a halberd, then it's roll catching combos into Impaling Thrust. But only on good latency. On bad latency, people could sometimes double roll it. But if they slightly buffed it now, maybe it's now really consistent. They might have made it just a bit better.
That's actually... It seems like the Piercing Fang received basically the same changes, but increased poise damage. So yeah, okay. Spinning Slash increase poise damage against enemies when used with the following weapons. Oh! No katanas here. Cool.
Dude, that is so huge. Oh my god, that is so huge. Greatsword, curved greatsword, twin blades, great axe, spear, great spear, halberd, reaper. Man, like it was one of the greatest mysteries to me. Why the spinning slash on heavy weapons does less poise damage than the one on light weapons. I could never really understand, and I thought it's probably unintentional. The developers made a mistake. But now it seems like they have remedied this. If you now have guaranteed poise breaks on these, that would be insane. Or actually, if it's true combos all the way on heavy weapons, because the poising the seconds hit out of the 3 prevented the true combo, but if it now actually true combos all the way, that would also be an absolutely huge buff. We'll see.
All right, Church Forth increased directional control and motion speed. which is super cool because I sometimes using church for the memes, and it is so hard to like move it around when you are in the middle of the action. Reduce the delay between the end of various actions, such as using, so basically again like the recovery decrease, which is nice. Blood tax, yeah, that one is never going to be effective, no matter what. Repeating thrust, increased motion speed. Okay, cool. It's like still the same problem. Giant hand, holy fuck, increased poise damage.
Wait, did it need a buff to points damage? I guess that's a PvE change.
Maybe, yeah, it's most likely. Although to be honest, I was like memeing on the PvE with the giant hand in the previous patch anyway. Reducing the delay between the end of the various actions, such as using items or attack animations, and being able to perform the skill. Okay, that's interesting. Loretta slash. Increase poise damage for the first attack. Reduce the delay between the end of various actions, such as using item or attack animations, and being able to perform the skill. Okay, so like just a buff to Loretta's. Poison Moth.
Good chances you could tank Giant Hand with some hyper armor attacks. So I guess it would make a slight difference in that case.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so Poison Moth is that swing with poison. So that one is like, you know, probably never going to be good unless like the increased poison status build up and its power against poisoned enemies. Oh, power against poisoned enemies.
Wait, well, I mean, I guess if it one shots anybody who's poisoned, then it would be good.
Okay, it yeah. It might be actually, if it's going to like put the poison immediately on someone, it might be actually also like, okay, it might be actually decent. We're gonna
if it one shots poison, it would be good on high latency, and if it one shots poisoned enemies, I will see. Okay, Stormcaller, and I love this. I've always wanted Stormcaller to actually be useful because it's so close to being a useful Ash. So increased motion speed, attack power, and poise damage. Yeah, that's a big one. And increased skill size and poise damage. Yeah, that is fantastic.
It's the projectile one, or
no? Stormcaller is the one which looks like the thunderstorm on the Storm Axe, but it's the Ash of War version of that.
Oh.
Like where you just create like a whole bunch of winds around you and swing your halberd or whatever in a circle.
Yeah, so it was always just straight up inferior. Yeah. Interesting.
Well, like one problem that it has, it doesn't have enough active frames to the point where people can roll into it and then roll back out of it, even on good latency. So if they didn't fix that, it's still going to be shit, no matter how much you increase the speed, attack power, and poise damage. But maybe the increase of the motion speed helps with that. So maybe you can't roll into it and back out anymore.
I see. Well, Sacred Blade changes, increase motion speed. That's cool. You're gonna be able to apply the Holy on your weapon faster. The Bloody Slash. Increase status build-up and attack power. Reduce the delay between the end of the various actions. Okay. Again, the buff to the recovery. So that's good because essentially you can use the Bloody Slash to decrease your HP in duels, to activate, for example, the Blue Feather Ring talisman, that is. And right now you have like actual buff to it because you can roll out faster apparently.
Yeah, that would be very, very, very good.
Or attack animations.
Honestly,
okay,
it needs an attack power buff.
Yeah, okay.
For PvE, because it was already memeing on PvE and like one-shotting early game stuff, but
I am also mistaken here, it seems like, because they are saying that it is like items or attack animations. Well, we're gonna have to test it. Maybe like right now it is actually faster to use like dagger afterwards instead of like rolling away. Well, interesting. We're gonna see. Eruption increased because lifesteal fist is like meme. Eruption, the range and duration of lava is longer, and eruption was actually quite interesting way to approach, for example, Stormstomp back in the old days when like Stormstomp was left and right in the tournaments. people actually, for example, like Genpool, was thinking about eruption as the soft counter.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of hyper armored trading tools in the game that you can use, and so maybe eruption is.
Yeah, added a hitbox to the part of the attack where the weapon is slammed. Fix the timing of the poise increase during activation. That's all like good changes, I guess. That's just straight up. Yeah, that is just straight up. How that's called? Buff across the board. Gravitas increase poise during casting. Oh, that's cool. So you're less likely to be interrupted. Stormblade. Oh, this is the one, the projectile that was talking about.
Yeah. Increased motion speed and range of the blade. Added damage detection to the weapon part. Wait, so you can now use it as a melee attack.
Yeah.
And it also spawns a projectile. That is one thing that people have been asking for, like a really creative buff to it. And they did it. Wow.
Yeah.
Actually insane.
That being said, they are actually freaking increasing the power of Flaming Strike. That's interesting.
Yeah, like that definitely needed a buff.
I mean, like we're gonna see, you know, with the changes to the poise value and so on, because maybe right now it's actually like not good. Let's see. Although I
increased attack power, increased duration, and attack power that grants the weapon a fire attribute.
Yeah, because you have like your weapon is on the flames after you use the second part. Yeah.
Oh, that's the buff is better. Okay. Reduce the delay between the ends of various actions and being able to perform the skill. Okay, I sincerely hope that in addition to what they did here, like either with all of the other changes, it's balanced out and Flaming Strike is not that big of an issue anymore, or that they like did a silent nerf and maybe it has fewer active frames and they didn't put in the patch notes. I sincerely hope that they didn't just buff it and leave everything else the same.
I have weird feeling that they are in absolute love with the Flaming Strike because, to be honest, in patch 1.04, I think, or I think that was 04, they wanted to increase the attack range of the Flaming Strike. And it never went into live servers, but you had it in the patch notes. And like ultimately, the Flaming Strike dash afterwards on the follow up was like twice as long or something like that. So like maybe they just secretly love Flaming Strike, or maybe not even secretly. They are very open about it when you think about when you think
very
of it.
Very open. Okay, so Lightning Slash. Lightning Slash is very interesting because it's a counter to Raptor of the Mists. You can trigger the Raptor with the early hitbox on the ground, and then you punish it with like 600, 700 damage from the Lightning Slash. So it's already very useful.
I had
increased duration.
Actually, I heard like Lightning Slash. I never actually used it, but I heard it is insanely powerful on the freaking how that's called. On the Dex builds. Like the scaling is apparently like very, very good.
Well, that would have to be the scaling of the lightning that strikes afterwards, right? Because like the slash is just physical attack. It just has a motion value.
I see.
So increased duration and attack power that grants the weapon a lightning attribute. Okay, better buff. That's cool. Reduce the delay between the ends of various actions. Okay. And reduce the delay between using the skill and being able to attack. Okay. So they made the buff better and decreased recoveries and stuff. That's decent.
Vacuum Slice.
Increased motion speed and range of the blade, reduced FP consumption, and added damage detection to the weapon part. It didn't have damage detection on the weapon before. Okay.
I mean, no one was using that one, so.
Well, I mean, because it was like Beast War, except it was 3 times slower and less damage.
I see.
But if they added an attack to the blade itself, then that might actually make it decent if it's also faster and stuff.
Okay, so what we have here, Blood Blade, whatever, Phantom Slash. A fucking meme becomes actually good. Improve directional control. Reduce the delay between the end of various actions. Okay, so yeah. Spectral Lens, oh my god, this is such a cancer where you are facing like a gang squad and one of gamers is just like throwing the Spectral Lens at you over and over. So now it's stronger. It's okay though.
Yeah.
Chilling Mist, increase motion speed, sorry. So just faster, increase the duration of the weapon's frostbite effect. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So
To be honest, these didn't, like, Chilling Mist and Poisonous Mist didn't need a buff. They were already very good, but
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, like they actually increase the power of both of these ashes in the same way. Shield Bash.
Increased stamina attack power against guarded enemies.
Look at that. Oh my god! Oh! Kick!
Increased poise damage and stamina attack power against guarded enemies.
It feels super slow though, but yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
If they made it so that you can one-shot fingerprints with it, that would be outstanding.
Yeah, that would be. Alright, Crackblade, extended effect duration, increase attack power, poise, and damage and stamina attack power against guarding enemies. Oh, so it actually does something. Good to know. Warcry. The power of the strong attacks during the duration of the effect has been increased when using the following weapons. Okay, so weapon-specific buffs, interesting. Extended effect duration is gonna be so nice. For
I
like
have been
bigger
told
weapons.
that kick does indeed increase. Does indeed one-shot fingerprint now.
Holy fuck! That's amazing.
Yeah.
That being
So that's insane.
That being said, like we need some sort of weapon or like a swap that would allow us to put the fingerprint user into the stance where they are receiving like damage, so they are like, you know, they are busy blocking, and then we have to execute kick. Otherwise, like kick is simply too slow. But good to know that kick actually like one-shots the fingerprint now.
Yeah, I mean, if you poise through their shield poke with passive poise, then that's your window of opportunity to break the shield.
What I think that unless they decrease the speed of the shield poke, which I didn't see in these patch notes, then you can probably shield poke and roll out if I recall like frame data correctly. So yeah, that's, you know, like it's basically the kick is very, very slow. But yeah, it's up to you to hide the attack and so on. Yeah, I guess like it is possible to make it viable. Okay, but endure, extended effect duration, added on effect that prevents staggers caused by blood loss. Holy shit!
Actually, insane. What?
What?
Oh god.
Extended effect duration.
Oh
no! They wrote it twice. This is how much they fucking like increased the effect duration, man.
Yeah, once for every 10 seconds they added, right? Oh god, no.
Oh my god. Reduce the time between skill activation and being able to perform actions other than attacking.
Like, this is actually not very good because, like, previously what people were doing is endure and then something like a dragon breath or unendurable frenzy. And if they made it so that you effectively can't be interrupted anymore.
Okay, Siri, wait, one minute.
Siri
said, so it is busted, yeah? 4 seconds. Okay, that's a huge problem. Okay, this is over.
Oh my god. Okay, this is basically Dark Souls 3 Endure back again. So it's like ban-worthy. Essentially, Jesus
Okay,
Christ,
so the meta
4.5.
probably gonna be moving towards the dual nuggies. Like, you know, you just want like to poke someone and like get the distance. Okay, that's I mean, like, you know, okay. I see where the game is going. Interesting. Well,
and you can't even be staggered by blood loss with Endure. So that basically, like, the tactic of Endure into Dragon Breath now basically doesn't have any decent counters anymore. Like, this is an insane balancing change. This is the first thing where at first glance you can tell, like, if it's actually 4.5 seconds, this is shitting on the game. Really, this is not good.
We're gonna see how it's gonna play out in the practice. All right, Moonlight Greatsword, reduce stamina consumption for strong and charge attacks, added damage detection to the weapon part. So the damage detection to the weapon part is fucking huge. And reduce stamina consumption for strong and charge attacks, which basically means that you are using less stamina when you're shooting the projectiles. Ah, interesting. Alright, Glintstone Dart, increase range, speed, and attack power of magic attacks. Magic attacks now penetrate enemies when not charged. Good, like they actually differing the Glintstone Dart from the Glintstone Pebble, which is nice. Wolf Assault, okay, I'm going through. I do not see really anything like huge. Unblockable Blade, reduced FP consumption, increased motion speed. Oh, maybe it's finally like little bit better, but I still doubt. Corpse Pillar, slightly increased attack power. Thanks fucking god.
Wait, I'm trying to catch up actually.
Corpse Pillar right now. It's like the Ash of War for Rivers of Blood. Thanks god. It's like seriously, like Rob got fucking so hardly like over nerfed. It's fucking so bad, and it's still going to be bad because of the changes to the hitboxes. So this is something that people like don't understand. You cannot force your opponent to stand in front of your fucking blade. Like, you know, it's like it's still going to be fucking bad. Like they murdered the weapon because of the hitbox changes. But yeah, like at least it is stronger now. It's gonna be stronger in PvE.
Yeah, maybe that puts it in a good position. I would love to see it being perfectly balanced.
Thunderstorm.
Bloodblade bands. I don't know. Okay, Thunderstorm. Increased motion speed. Increase the duration and attack power of the effect that grants the weapon a lightning attribute. Oh, I didn't even know that it buffs it. I mean, it's an ash stick, so who cares?
Yeah, it is the ash stick. So yeah. But if
they increase the motion speed, that could be significant.
Okay, so I wonder what does that mean? Like does that mean the startup? Does that mean like the whole duration of the attack? Because if that means the whole duration of the attack, there is a chance that your opponent is not gonna roll out when they have 96 poise anymore after the second swing. So yeah, it's actually interesting. All right, another unblockable blade, the second one. Increase attack speed, reduce time between skill activation and being able to perform actions. Okay, so just recovery. So there are like two buffs to the unblockable blades, so two different ones. And one of them literally is just faster, another one allows you to roll out faster. Barbaric Roar, like, okay. Downward adjustment, Shield Crash got even more fucked. Reduce the amount of status buildup when used with the weapons that have status effects. Oh my god.
It was already capable of virtually one-shotting people on like a fingerprint with...
No. Hello. Reduce. Right? It's
downwards.
Nerf.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nerf.
No, I see. Reduce the amount of... Okay, yeah. That's good.
Seppuku nerf. Increase damage taken upon activation. Reduce the bleed status build-up effect granted to weapons. So yeah,
this is so good, man. This patch is like everything that people have been asking for. This is insane. Like,
but
that's crazy.
From what chat is saying on your live stream, they also introduced a lot of questionable things. So I cannot wait to see that one.
I mean, I can't wait to see the almost guaranteed poise break 200 thrusting sword. Like, honestly, if the meta doesn't increase, ladder meta is gonna have to be completely overhauled because 49 poise doesn't make sense anymore as a restriction. Probably if they increase the poise damage across the board, so 49 poise will have to disappear, and it's like 200 thrusting sword might be hard meta now. I don't know. Like, this is turning everything upside down. This is new game.
Yeah, okay, back fixes, because what is Bloodborne Ritual? It's freaking Mog Spear.
Yeah, it's the Mog Spear.
It is the range of the damage animation trigger on other players. Damage is unchanged. Damage animation trigger, so like the damage level variant? I have no idea. What does that really mean?
Well, I mean, like, I guess I guess they reduced the range. It might be a really complicated way of just saying that they nerfed the range or something.
All right, we're gonna see in the practice.
Or maybe what they're saying is that you get less stagger at greater distance. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to make sense of it.
Added a process to remove the Ash of War from weapons that cannot normally be combined with certain Ashes of War.
So I guess I guess there's now a way to remove the unsheath from my guns.
Yeah, I guess like it's like just anti-cheat kind of change, perhaps.
Okay, fix the bug that prevented users from obtaining items such as great runes, crystal tears, cracked pots, etc. when the number of items in the inventory and the storage has reached the maximum limit.
Oh, it never happened to me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this one is. Probably some like wacky PvE thing.
Let's maybe like not go over everything. Let's just like try to kind of pick the changes that are looking like the most interesting.
Something with crystal tears, adjusted player character control when wait, okay, so maybe under certain damage animations, so like maybe they fixed some problems with damage level 3 staggers from like UGS pokes. I don't know.
Interesting. All right, so what else? Fix the bug where the attack direction could not be changed when performing a charge attack with the Ruin Greatsword weapon. I was using Ruin for such a long time and I never had this issue. Interesting. Fix the bug when the attacking enemy who cannot be grabbed, blah, blah, blah.
Corrected the description of the Colossal Sword's physical attack attribute. Okay, so I guess they now correctly describe it as pierce instead of standard damage. That's good.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's only pierce, you know?
Several other performance improvements and bug fixes is basically copy-paste every patch. I'm not sure if that's actually real whatsoever.
Wait, fixed a bug where the Highlands Axe effect was not applied to the skill Shriek of Minos. It's a lot of wacky stuff that you would never even notice once. Okay, so Regal Roar Ash of War is now buffed by Roar Medallion. Okay.
Okay, I guess that's all. Yeah, there is like nothing.
Wait, fix the bug where HP or FP could be recovered when changing equipment to certain types of armor.
Oh.
So I guess they fixed the carry and head swapping for FP.
Oh, that's fantastic. Finally, like, man, like maybe it's like the actually change across the board this time and not just to like particular item. Good. Okay, I guess we are essentially done. Yeah? Yeah, we managed. We went to the
Fix the bug that could prevent online multiplayer from working properly on PlayStation 4 and 5 versions, and several other performance improvements and fixes. Like, okay, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, this is the end.
Okay, all right. So nothing left but to jump on the game and test the changes. But when it comes to YouTube video of mine, I am actually it's been like. We spent 50 minutes on it, so I guess I'm just simply going to upload the patch notes and then we are getting on the testing. Yeah? Alright, so to people on YouTube, thanks a lot for watching. That was the patch notes and soon enough another video with the practical tests. Alright.
Yo, Donut asks, did the IGN build get patched? I didn't see it in the patch notes. I guess you can still use Blood Flame Blade.
Okay. Video's over. Video's over. Out.